Hello, my name is Grin, and this is my beard. And today, what's stuck in my beard? Let's revisit Ranma One Half. Ranma One Half is a great series. It's Ranma Nibu no Ichi in Japan. It is a funny show by Rumiko Takahashi, and it deals with a dichotomy of male and female personality types and stereotypes. And the funny part about it is the main character, Ranma. He's a very manly man. He's a very guy kind of guy, and tries to be very manly. But he has a curse where when he's splashed with cold water, he becomes a girl. Mm, that is funny. That is classic. But the great part about it is that he doesn't want to or feel like a girl at all. Even when he's a girl, he acts like a guy. And he just hates the idea of being a girl. In fact, in the series, his mother is like totally against him ever being girly in any way. And if he has any girly tendencies, she'd kill him. Straight up kill him. That's the kind of the joke of it. And they were remaking it. The series is great. They're remaking it in Japan. It's been on regular TV here. It's great. They've done a pretty good job. They've cut some things out of it that I wish they didn't, but some jokes and whatnot. Which, I mean, they, yeah, I don't like it as much because I've seen the original and I like the original, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but the English dubbed version has changed a lot, or in my opinion, a lot. And recently, who's it? Shad from Shadiversity on his second channel and Metatron did an analysis of one of the episodes. It's the episode where Ranma is fighting Ryoga, and during the fight, Ryoga says, "Why are you talking like a girl?" or "Don't talk like a girl in the middle of a fight," or "Why are you being?" or yeah, what? Why are you gonna talk like a girl in the middle of a fight? Something like that, and then that just pisses Ram off, like totally. He's like, "What part about me is a girl?" or "What? How how am I a girl?" Basically, and just gets real pissed. But in the in the in the American dub of the new version, it's something about girly clothing, talking about girly clothing, and then he says, uh, "Why is liking clothing girly?" or something like that. It's like totally not even. They didn't say anything about clothing. The whole what clothing? No, no. You're girly. You're being. He's basically saying that the old insult. You're a girl or you're girly, and Rama's getting pissed about it. Just that's the way it was. There's nothing about girly clothing. Nothing about clothing at all. Even in the original, there wasn't. So they basically proved that in the English version, they've changed it to make it less, to make it more woke, I should say. The whole woke idea. Oh, you shouldn't say, girly in a way that's pejorative. You shouldn't say it in a mean way. You shouldn't use girly as an insult. So instead, they say girly clothing, and it's like, no, that's not what the story is about. In fact, throughout the whole series, it's not until like way later in the series that Rama starts to get like empathy for what it's like to be a girl and whatnot. And even then, it's just because he shows empathy for it doesn't mean he changes. He's still very manly throughout the whole series. It's like, okay, well, now that I've been a girl and I've seen this stuff that you've gone through, I understand, but I'm not a girl. I'm not just because I understand doesn't mean I can be girly. Yeah, even though he turns into a girl when he's splashed with cold water. So it's there's also another scene where they were analyzing where when Ranma first meets up with the main character, the his fiance, soon to be fiance, I should say, and they're explaining the curse, and Rama's like saying, well, I don't know why you had to take me to this place. Why would we go to a place called the Cursed Springs? And then because he's whining like that, his father picks him up and says, "You sound like a girl," and throws him into the water and basically turns him into a girl. So if you're gonna talk like a girl, then why don't you be a girl? Is basically what he was saying. It was a great joke, and yeah, in the English version, it's completely gone. I haven't seen that episode, or I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah, I have seen that episode. I don't remember in the remake. I don't remember if that was cut out or not. Maybe I just didn't realize. I mean, you don't know what you're missing until you look for it. So I'd have to go back and see it, but I don't. It's on TV, so it's not. I'm not recording it or anything like that. So I don't think I can rent it yet in Japan, but I'll try to once it becomes available, if I can. But yeah, and here's the kicker. In other languages, that it's being translated into like 11 different languages, and even in all the other languages, he doesn't say anything about girly clothes. He says, "Don't call me a girl." So it's like it's only in the English adaptation, the for America adaptation. What the heck is going on? That's in my opinion, yeah, it's taking it too far. At least in the Japanese version, they probably toned down some of that stuff, some of the misogynistic stuff in it to make it, still have hit hard, but not as hard as it did back in the day. Maybe, but they're not going so far as to, bastardize his whole "I'm a man" feeling. So it's just the American whoever's doing even okay. So the subtitle translation actually has the "What about me as a girl" or something like that. So he doesn't. They're not talking about clothing. Only in the dubbed version, the English voice acting version. So yeah. I don't know. I think they're doing terrible. I think it's a terrible way to translate something like that. I think it's bad, and I think they shouldn't do it. And maybe even they should be punished for that, because that's a completely wrong translation. I get it; they're trying to localize it, but even in America, that's not. You don't want to localize it to the point where it becomes a completely different story. Look at what was it, Yu Yu Hakusho, where there was this one series where they just totally bastardized all of the subtitles for the English dub, and I can't remember which one it was, but I've seen clips of it, and it's hilarious. But it's not woke; it's the opposite of woke. It's like somebody saying they say some pretty terrible things in it, and it's funny though. And it's funny because it's like nobody would really talk like that. But it's obviously, parody. It's obviously parody. But this is not parody. This is actually changing it to make it seem like it's something else, and acting as if that's what it was originally. And it's not. It's not. Not at all. And they can't like get away with it, because there's Japanese people are gonna know that these translations are bunk, that they're terrible translations. They're gonna know the original is in Japanese, and now people are more interested in that than ever. And also the subtitles, the translated subtitles are not that way either. So it's like, what are these guys smoking that they thought, oh, we should change it to this? Even if you like do the lips, like they'll change words and add more words or take words away so that the words match the lips. All the words that they added in there don't match the lips. It doesn't work. It's not good. It's terrible. And I personally think that they should be fired. Whoever did the voice acting English dub translation, they need to go. Stop ruining one of the shows that I think is one of the best anime in Japan. One of the best. Yeah, I think it's one of the best. One of the best. One of the best for me. That's my opinion. My opinion. And I've seen this before. I had another video about how Ranma has how someone had said, "Well, this is changing stuff," and it's like, the first one wasn't. It wasn't really girly. It was like something about Ranma liking girls or liking boys, or liking girls or liking women, and that whole part. Or no, it was Akane, the his fiance hates boys versus hates men, and that was kind of like it could go either way. It's not really a big deal. But this one, this change, where Ryoga is talking about him wearing girly, or talking about girly clothes, and Rama getting super pissed about him saying, "Why is liking clothes girly?" It doesn't make any sense for the story. It doesn't. It totally ruins the story. It totally ruins the character. He would never say that. I can imagine seeing a real person named Rama with his attitude and saying, "Do you like girly clothes?" And he'd be like, "No, hell no." In fact, there's scenes where they try to dress him up as a girl when he's changed into his girl form, and is like, "I'm not wearing any damn girly clothes. Don't even try to put girl clothes on me," even though he's in the body of a girl. It's like, no. This is wrong. This is totally wrong. And that's what was in my beard. And man, it pisses me off. I really, really like this story, and I think that they're doing it a terrible injustice by translating it with these woke nonsense changes that don't actually exist. I mean, if the translation is just a little bit wrong, I get it, but when you change the speech completely into something completely different, just for your freaking woke agenda, it's definitely being bastardized, and I am not okay with it. So I'm gonna sit here and complain about it on the internet. And say sorry to anybody who's watching the dubbed version of the new remake of Ranma 1/2, because it's crap. Stop it. Listen to it in Japanese and read the English subtitles. That's the best way to do it. All right. Goodbye.